who can do it better. Flip you on your side. Tell me who can do it better. Tell me who can do it better. Let me change your life. Tell me who can do it better. Tell me who can do it better. Look me in my eyes. Tell me who can do it better. Tell me who can do it better, yeah. Let me look up in your eyes one time. You a dime, let me slide, feel right, yeah. Say my name when I get it from behind. Screaming out, cause I know it's what you like, yeah. Hit the house, cause we going overtime. On the couch, on the bed, outside, yeah. Mix a little liquor with the lime.
Petrovsky is cooking
Look
up
me in
love.
my eyes, tell me who can do it better. Tell me who can do it better. Flip you on your side, tell me who can do it better. Tell me who can do it better. Let me change your life. Tell me who can get you wetter. Tell me who can get you wetter. Look me in my eyes, tell me who can get you wetter. Tell me who can get you wetter, yeah.
My nigga, you get on the beat, yeah.
Now you treat me like a stranger. Like you don't even know my name. No, no. Like you don't even know my name. No. Like you don't even feel no way. No. Now you treat me like a stranger. Yeah. Now you treat me like a stranger. I thought you was my day one. Yeah. Never loved me at the bottom. Yeah. But now you love me that I'm way up. Way up. And you don't like that. I made myself right. And now I'm right back. In all the days that I was right there. And now I hit you up and you were never right back. Always trying to shade me. Always trying to play me. Always trying to expose me for the way that you would always try to make me feel the way. Yeah. I give it no play. I give it no play. Yeah. I'm glad that I focused on myself. I'm glad that I focused on myself. You're the one that needed help. Now you treat me like a stranger. Like you don't even know my name. No, no. Like you don't even know my name. No. Like you don't even feel no way. No, no. Now you treat me like a stranger.
So what's good, everybody? You know what it is. Tonight we got Ben Brown for an exclusive interview. What's good, man? How you feeling tonight?
I'm chilling, bro. Post the Jaguars lost, but that's all good. It is what the fuck it is. Played like dick.
Uh,
Chilling though. Love it.
Hell yeah. So I'm pretty sure like anybody who follows like Lightwater or has followed Street Sound or you know what I'm saying, any type of affiliation with Bafa, they know who you are, man. So like it's just kind of crazy because you got a lot of talent. But I always like to start off with you know what I'm saying the most basic question, which would be you know what got you into music? What was that experience that triggered you saying yeah I'm gonna make music, I'm gonna sit down and make a career out of this?
I mean, I would say I went to the fucking theater when I was young. My dad took me to like 8 Mile, and like every fucking white kid from the suburbs, I was like all in fucking eight, like Eminem and shit. So I wanted to see 8 Mile, and my dad took me, and just like watching it and seeing the way he was rapping, in like an environment that was hostile as fuck, and I was like, man, this is something that like I want to do, and that's kind of when I like decided to do it. And before I even made like any type of hip hop rap, R&B music. I was doing fucking rock music. I was in like a band when I was like 12, 13 called Aftertaste, and we, but I would write all the lyrics and shit, and I was singing with them, and it was just kind of like a goofy experience, but it still kind of just got my feet wet into it, and yeah, it was cool. It was cool, but I'd say that's like pretty much was the inspiration behind it was just watching 8 Mile and being like, this is what I want to do, and I used to go like way more barred out and shit. You know what I mean? I used to like just try to think of like, like MGK's diss, like read the dictionary and shit. So I used to be like deep into all that before I kind of like found my way into like making music that just kind of like fit my mood and like fit um, like my emotion at that time. You know what I mean? Instead of just being so focused on like lyrics and whatnot. But yeah, that's pretty much like my kind of my time where I got my feet wet into it.
Yeah, that's interesting that you say that too, because I think that's a lot of people's like not necessarily their starting motivation, but a lot of people draw inspiration from 8 Mile. I know I personally do. I know several people who don't even rap that draw inspiration from 8 Mile. So yeah, like I really fuck with that movie. But like what you were saying about focusing more on like the lyrics and like the dictionary aspect of music versus like the vibe, like I definitely feel that wholeheartedly. I feel like that's something that gets lost in translation these days. But yeah, I vibe with that, man. Um, so what's a real good one to ask you, man? Well, this was another one I was like into. For people who don't necessarily know who Ben Brown is, or who might be watching this later, or what I'm saying, who might be interested in your craft, how would you, what I'm saying, express yourself as a person to them? Like what would you describe yourself as, man?
Um, I mean, I would describe myself as like, by the way, your shirt's fresh, bro. That fucking that street sound merch clean.
I appreciate
But
that.
let's say that first. Let's state that first. But that shit's clean, man. But I don't know. I mean, I don't want to be like corny and be like, I'm an individual and I do my own thing, because, I'm somebody who like music wise, like I definitely draw inspiration from like, other artists and shit, like even smaller artists like Lil Cartier and shit, I'll like listen to their music or stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm just somebody that, I try to be original in my own way, but at the same time, like musically, I just try to make music that like people will feel. And I would say like I'm independent though. You know what I mean? Like even like weird shit, like fucking, having blonde hair and shit. People hate on me for that shit all the time, but like I don't really give a fuck. I'm pretty like comfortable in myself and who I am, and being 25, I think it comes with age. I think you just get older, you just don't really give a fuck anymore. But I would say I'm just somebody who's as down to earth as I can be. Someone who loves to have a good time, and when it comes to music, someone who just tries to blend like different genres together and lyrics together, make people feel shit. That's really who I am. I don't know. That's really who I am when it comes to shit like that.
Yeah, you definitely have mood music, man.
I don't know
Cause
if you heard
like,
the end there, but
no, I heard you. Yeah, but you definitely
what
have
was it?
that vibe, like that mood music, like, and that's what I'm starting to love more and more these days is like the say less flow. It's where you don't have to necessarily like you make people feel what you're saying, and it's like just through tones and expression rather than like everything having to be a hot bar. But it's nice too to hear bars, what I'm saying, every now and then. But I really do fuck with mood music, like,
For sure.
you know what I'm
Like
saying.
I try to like showcase like different sides of shit, but at the same time, I don't like try to get carried away with it. I don't, like on Don't Come Back, I wanted to showcase, a little more, but it's not because I was being influenced by people to make a song like that. That was just the mood that I was in, and I just wanted to kind of, express it through bars. I wanted to express it through a 16, instead of expressing it through something like Stranger, where, it's just more of it's really more through the hook. It's more through the chorus. You know what I mean? Same thing with like Do It Better. Obviously, that's a fucking sexual ass song, but the meat and potatoes of that song is in the fucking chorus. It's what it is, the beat and the chorus. So yeah, I mean, I like to showcase my ability and shit when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's funny because you say the word showcase because I was actually
Wow,
thinking
man, goddamn.
about like this next question. So like as far as shows and whatnot, what do you got going on in Florida as of lately, man? I know you out here making moves.
Like in terms of like shows and shit. Like I mean, man, I'm fucking like honestly, like I need to find a way to just like believe in myself more, like market myself and shit. I'm a fucking lazy ass artist to be honest, dude. Like, you know what I mean? I'm confident in certain things, but you know, like when I submit my songs to like review shows and shit, and you know, I read the comments and like people feel the shit. Like sometimes I'm like I don't see like what they see, you know, because like I don't really like make the music like fully to get rich or like make a career. Like obviously everybody fucking wants to hit it big, you know what I mean? Like and everyone wants to judge themselves based on what's going on. Like people want to be like Lil Pump's ass or Lil Xan's ass, like but they still made it, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, like we all are still chasing that. Um but yeah, I mean I need to get on a stage. Like I definitely need to get on a stage and I'm not afraid of it, but I really haven't like put myself out there to find any type of venues and shit to perform at. I mean, I don't give a damn, even if it's something small, you know. But I have buddies that perform and shit, so there's some opportunities there and stuff. But you know, I gotta find a way to just like find the venues and even get like just some equipment. You know what I mean? Just some basic equipment. Like before we end the interview, I mean, I like one of the things I want is my cat back there chilling. Yeah, my cat's up there posted. Um, like one of the things I want to do before we end the interview, I just want to like show people my setup, you know, like whether it's for inspiration or not. Like you don't need a lot of shit to make good music. You know, I have a fucking standing mic in the corner of my room, you know, like with nothing, you know. Um, so yeah, but yeah, I really don't have a lot going on in terms of like venues and you know, in terms of like performing. And I know that's a shitty answer, but like you know, I really want to, you know, I really want to. But I guess we'll just see how it goes, you know, one day at a time. But shit, drop the Baffa Showcase in Mobile, Alabama. I'll drive the fucking 8 hours to come perform on that stage. That's real.
Hey man, we're definitely gonna have to do something on our end to get you somewhere, bro. Cause like you have it, you know what I'm saying. As far as your music on any social site is, you know what I'm saying, that you've posted, it's there. So like, if you bring the performance aspect to it, like that's what's gonna take the cake. Like in my opinion, like people are gonna be like, damn, who is this guy? You know what I'm saying? Especially you get some nice footage of you on stage. Yeah, I'll be lit. Um, but yeah, man, I definitely
Fact,
want to
like
see
I've
you
seen
out
your
there.
footage, you know what I mean? That shit's cool. Like it's dope.
Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, that was just if you're talking about like the one at Truck Hinge, that was
That
like
shit,
some stuff Anthemus just took on his phone, so you can make anything. You know what I'm saying? Look nice.
hell yeah,
Uh,
man.
hell
Like a
yeah.
music video. I need a fucking music video bad, man. I need to like invest in myself a little bit.
Oh yeah. So you know what I'm saying, you bringing up a music video. Do you have any plans on your first music video? Do you have a song in mind to like focus on?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know how it is. Like when you make music, you like you always feel that like the next song that you made is like the best song. You know, like you always are like that song's fucking the shit. And then like when you make a song, you'll fucking listen to it like you know like 7,500 fucking times. You know what I mean? Until you get sick of it. So every time I make a new song, I'm like, that's gonna be the song for the music video. Like do it better. I'm like, that's gonna be the song. You know, and I got like all these ideas of you know like me doing this shit. You know, I'm not gonna make no crazy ass Juice World shit with my head coming through a fucking like you know like piece of carpet and shit like sitting there acting like I'm that depressed but you know I'll probably like I was really thinking about doing a Ranger and you know I'm fucking poor as hell but there's a pretty cool app called Turo Turo and like you can rent cars and shit and they got like badass whips on there for like a hundo you know like 90 so I'm just gonna fake it till I make it and probably run like Stranger and just get myself like a badass fucking Jeep for the day and just you know whip it and do
Hell
something
yeah.
to it. You know, I have some homeboys that have companies and shit. Um, so some shit like that. You know, but probably Stranger more than anything else. But that's just because that's just my favorite song. That's my favorite song. I love Stranger. So I'll probably run it like that. You know, I'll probably do Stranger. But that's definitely my like my plan in terms of a music video. At least the first one.
Hell yeah. I could see that, and like, I would definitely would not have any shame about, you know what I'm saying, renting a car for a music video because that's like, as far as I know, like, I was watching a couple of documentaries on actually on like people like the renting car business on Vice. Supposedly that's where they get most of their money, man, is music videos. So it's not foreign to rap at all to go rent you something for the music video, like shit, rent you a lamb if you can. Goddamn, for a couple hours. Just cool.
Nah, for sure. Like you seen, I don't know if you saw like that shit with Post Malone. And by the way, shout out to everybody in here. Like I know people are, like posting the shit. What's up, John? What's up, Finn Reyes and shit? That's cool. Everyone's in here. That's pretty dope. But yeah, like I don't know if you saw the shit with like Post Malone where he fucking rented that Rolls Royce. You know, and he's like, they were like, "What are you doing with it?" And he's like, "Oh, we're just taking it around." And they fucking tore it up in the desert. But fuck it, you know what I mean? You just do what the fuck you got to do when he made White Iverson. You know what I mean? But that put him on the map. Obviously, his mixing and his production is incredible too. Um, but still, it's one of those things that is just part of the fucking industry and part of like what people want to see. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, most definitely. And like you said, shout out to the comments real quick. I see Figs in here. She said, "Hey, that's Ben Brown. Nice to put a face to the man behind the dope music." Shout out Figs for the love. Shout out fucking John Brick up in here posting. Got the comics popping. Jocelyn said getting that recognition he deserves. Christian said he needs to perform. Bottom line. See, Holly was in here. Was good, Holly. Appreciate it. But yeah, I definitely agree. And like the Post Malone, like the White Iverson, like I had watched something on it that supposedly IG had a big part to do with it, man. Like when he posted the clip on IG, and it's like I definitely would love to see you trending on social media. And the crazy thing is, I can see you trending on social media, man. I can see so many artists trending, and like honestly, when I look in this group, I'm like, damn, there's so much talent out here. It really makes me want to step myself up, cause like it's just real, like so much. But
Sure.
yeah, man, that's crazy. So how long have you been singing? I know you said you were in a rock band and you like wrote all the lyrics.
Yeah, I mean, I've been like, I mean, I was more on like lyrics for a hot ass minute. So like, it's funny, like people ask me, like, and obviously like you're like your biggest critic, but people used to ask me like all the time, like, even they still do, like, oh, how long you been making music? How long you been making music? And I'll be like, how long have I been making music? Or like, how long have I been making good music? You know what I mean? Like, how long have I been making like straight music? You know what I mean? Um, because like there was just a time where I was never like off beat and shit, but like you just kind of, like I said, you just kind of find your way. So I've been singing for probably like, I don't know, maybe like going on like 2 years. And, I don't have the greatest voice. At least I don't think I do. And then, I'll submit my shit and people are like, that motherfucker can sing. And I mean, obviously I use auto tune and shit, but like I've come to a point where like I'm not on no damn like 3-4 fucking retune speed. I'm not on no fucking like, dreaming like us, or like, I don't want to be that, like Travis Scott has that lane, you know what I mean? That's all him. I don't want to be that. I want my real voice to come through. So, I do, fuck with the pitch correction and shit, but I try when I mix my songs and like edit my songs. And I mean, I do it all on my own. I don't make my own beat. I don't do that, but I record on my own. I mean, I layer my shit on my own. I fucking edit my shit on my own. Like, I do all the production by myself. Like just one man fucking army type shit. But, I try to like run it like 30, 40 retune. Like I want my real voice to come out and people to enjoy it. And I have kind of like a raspiness in my voice, that I like, like in the song, No Brainer with DJ Khaled. And, like when Justin Bieber's like, like when he says like go hard and he's like go hard, he like hit that like, and it's like they left that shit in there because it's fucking authentic. It's authentic as fuck. Um, so yeah, I would say I've been singing for like a couple years. Sorry to get off track, but yeah, I've been singing for a couple years. But I just want to like highlight like what it is with autotune, because sometimes people just fucking go retarded with it. They just go so crazy with it, and it's like you can just enjoy who you are in your own voice, and you can make it sound good. Like because I mean, in Stranger, like you could tell there's a little autotune there, but it's not super extra. You know what I mean? Like you can tell my real voice is coming through. So I enjoy that, and I kind of feel like I found my lane in R&B. And even though like in Don't Come Back, I kind of went to like a rap style. There's just nothing like making R&B music, man. Just fucking nothing like it.
Yeah, I feel you. Like, and I know you had just said, you like do all the production yourself, which I do for my own music as well. That's a very hard thing to do, and like, you have such good production. I really want to commend you on that. Like, how long have you been doing that? Have you produced yourself the whole time that you've been rapping, or singing? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yep, yeah. No, I've been producing. Yeah, and like I used to make like all these fucking excuses for myself. Like, people will just appreciate, the hook. People will appreciate the lyrics. People appreciate, the concept behind the song. And then like I got to a point where I was like, man, fuck this. Like, if I'm gonna make this music and I'm gonna produce it myself and I'm gonna go down this route, like, I need to utilize the internet. I need to utilize all these resources that are available to me. Like, I need to get on fucking YouTube and I need to learn how to mix and master my music. I need to learn how to make my voice sound good. I need to take extra time. I have friends that like are not yes men. You know what I mean? I have friends that are like not yes men at all. I'll send them that shit and they'll be like, bro, like you need to change this and you need to change this. Like your voice is too loud here. And like instead of just getting lazy and putting out a song, if I have to, like I use FL, like if I have to go in and like fight the part, like I'll even come down to like fight a specific fucking word, fight like the word and turning down on it just a little bit, or even if it's like the auto tune is off in a certain part, I'll splice that shit, change the key in just that part specifically, So I've been doing it, since the beginning, and I have a lot of people too. Like it's intimidating. Like I have a lot of people that hit me up and will be like, "Can you produce my music? Can you produce my music?" And it's like I don't know if like your sound is gonna be my sound. I don't fucking know, and I'm not really comfortable in like taking somebody's money or like because people like invest their time and in music and they invest themselves in music and I don't want to take their music and make it sound the way you want it to sound. So I have a high expectation for myself. With the way I try to make my music sound. But yeah, it is tough, and I commend you too, bro, for doing your own thing. And like, we live in a time where you can. But even then, I think to myself, like, shit, if my music sounds, like do it better is solid. And I'm like, like that shit sounds good as fuck. I have a $60 fucking mic. I have a $60 mic. It's a Samsung mic. It's $60 off fucking Amazon. You know what I'm saying? So I think to myself, like, what if I had a $400 mic, an $800 mic, in the studio with DJ Mustard, with fucking Scott Storch? Like, how good would I sound? At the end of the day, I'm just my best to make my shit sound as crispy and clean as it can with all the resources that like we have available to us on the internet. So I try not to make excuses for.
No, I feel you because that's a lot of things, and that's something I have to battle with personally. Is going out there and learning more, man. Like when you get frustrated on something, like for me, it gets to a point that I feel like, man, I've watched so many YouTube videos, like I don't need to go back and watch another one. But yeah, at the end of the day, you really got to go back down, and like if you're feeling stuck on something, I just got to go back through, man, and open back up my little notebook I got for it, take some more notes, learn a little more. But
Yep.
yeah, most definitely. I feel that. Cody said young man's got hips for days, and yeah, I totally agree. And another thing I do agree with too that you were talking about is like just taking people's money in the studio because I feel that 100%. It's like it's one thing to find your own sound production wise, but like it's a lot harder messing with other people. That's why I personally like I never took nobody's money in my studio, but I also didn't feel comfortable at that point. You know what I'm saying with it, uh, but yeah, I definitely feel that, man. Yeah. So, more on like the personal side, you know what I'm saying, to touch on like what's it like to live where you're at, man? What part of Florida are you in?
I mean, it's called Palm Coast. Like we're pretty much like by the. I'm like 20 minutes from Daytona Beach, like 20 minutes from St. Augustine, like
Oh, that's
about
what's up.
45 minutes to an hour from Jacksonville. Like I'm on the far right side of Florida, like the far east coast of Florida, like almost towards Georgia, like an hour from Georgia. So, but it's cool, man. I mean, I live like 10 minutes from the beach, so it's as you can tell, you might not be able to tell through the fucking live, but my today the Jags game, I mean, I got red as shit, but I'm always fishing or doing some shit. So, like again,
Oh yeah.
always getting banned and shit out here, making the damn Florida sun.
Yeah, I actually used to stay in Daytona North when I was a kid, like up in the country area up there, like where Benell is and stuff. So yeah, I fuck with Florida though.
Bro, we were
Florida's always
closer
been
than
my
we knew,
favorite
bro.
state. Yeah, I swear. Did you grow up around there? Like around there your whole life?
Yeah, yeah. Born here, raised here. I was born in Halifax Hospital in Mississippi. and just grew up in Palm Coast my whole life. You know what I mean? So it's a small town. You know, a lot of people. It's I'm sure it's like anywhere. Like this, I tell people that all the time. Like I'm sure it's like anywhere. Like everybody talks shit about their hometown. Like it's fucking lame here. There's nothing to fucking do here. Like this and that. But at the end of the day, like if I ever made it big in anything, you know, in music or you know just in my personal life, like in my career, you know what I'm saying? Like I would always have a house here. Always have a house here. I'd always live here. And it's just a spot that, like, at the end of the day, dude, like, this is where the fuck you're from. You just have to embrace it. Like, no one chooses that. And fuck, I'm not from fucking Africa. You know what I mean? I'm from fucking America. So it's like, yeah, my hometown might not be the fucking best hometown in the world, but it's still my fucking hometown. And you know, I rep it until the fucking day I die. And you know, I mean, I wouldn't take a bullet for it. Don't get me wrong, but you know what I mean? I love my hometown. I really do. And like I said, if I ever made it big, it'd be one of those things that shot it out. I don't know if you know who Black Bear is. You know who Black Bear is?
No, I used to know a kid at my school called Brown Bear, but no, who's Black Bear?
Brown Bear. So Black Bear, he has a song. He has that song called Do Re Mi. Um, and I don't know if he knows like Do Re Mi Fa So. You know, like so fucking done with you, girl. You ever heard that song? Never heard that song?
Not off top. I can't remember it right off top.
Well, he's you know what I'm saying he's super popular. Like I mean he's got hundreds of millions of streams. But he's actually from Palm Coast and he was in like an emo band around here. And you know I knew him growing up and shit and one night. You know just because he was different. You know he wore like you know real tight pants and shit. Someone broke his fucking nose for that. Like punched him right in the face. So you know but he's killing it now. So last laughs on them.
Yeah, my bad to anybody who got like disrupted for a second and my OBS went down for a second. But yeah, we're still in it. So yeah, but I definitely feel that, man, because that's one thing I've heard like throughout my little travels of the U.S. Because I've been like, you know what I'm saying, Houston, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, Kansas now. But like, you know what I'm saying, most people where I talk come from or that I go to, my bad, I'm stuttering, mixing up words. But most places I go to and people I talk to, they all say that same thing about like their hometown's bad or whatever. Even like when I went to Houston, man, and Houston's lit. I mean, it's just like a really big version of my hometown, but it's just you know what I'm saying, so many people there. But they said the same thing there, you know what I'm saying. So it you know what I'm saying, to each his own, I guess, when it comes to that. But
Straight up.
yeah, I definitely feel you on that. Like Mobile, I just fuck with it. Something about my hometown, you know, it's got that feeling, that vibe. Speaking of my hometown, let me ask you a question about it, man. You ever fuck with Mardi Gras much?
No, like Nolans Mardi Gras, like real ass Mardi Gras, like out there in fucking Bourbon Street type shit.
Not like like Mobile Mardi Gras, cause like a lot of people don't know it, but Mardi Gras was actually founded in Mobile. Like New Orleans took it to that next level, I guess, cause of their population, but it is start there. So it's always, but Mobile's got a decent Mardi Gras too. It's not like New Orleans, but like
Damn,
Mardi
so
Gras in
fucking dope.
general. Like, is there a Mardi Gras in Florida?
I mean Daytona Beach, you know, is straight. Like it's one of those spots that's like more famous than it really is. You know, like people like view it like all the world's most famous beaches and that. So there is, but it's nothing. It's nothing like what y'all do. I mean, it's nothing like New Orleans, and I'm sure it's nothing like Mobile. It's not crazy like that. Um like certain spots up in like Tallahassee and shit, like Panama City, like over that way. It gets lit. I know it gets lit. I've never been there, but I know it gets lit. Um, so yeah, it goes down. But anyways, yeah, it's not like what y'all are experiencing. I know that for sure.
Well, one thing, one reason I bring this up too, I know you're close to Mobile. On Sunday they do Joe Cane Day, and I believe it's Joe Cane Day that like it's a lot easier to get into the parade than usual. So like I was actually thinking on a good way to get publicity for local artists in the South or surrounding area. Get do a float, you know what I'm saying, like a Mardi Gras float, and like just have artists come out there. Like I think you'd make a really good like headliner for that, man. We can get you on the
Damn,
float.
that be stink as fuck, bro.
Uh,
We get in that bitch and just hit it. Little shawty be buzzing and lose. Hey, we'll bust on the top of that shit.
uh,
Little bent brown, little less. go up there and tear it up.
Oh yeah, man, it'd be lit. I definitely want to get that going. But yeah, I guess back more on the interview side. So we heard a little bit about your hometown and your upbringing. I noticed like so you don't have any type of artist name. That's pretty authentic. Is there like a reason you just stuck with Ben Brown, or is it just just genuine?
Um, I mean, like I like when I was coming up, I went with my first like name. My first name was fucking Lil Ice, but people used to call me Vanilla Ice, and I was like, this shit ain't gonna fly. And then I was like, I gotta be a little more creative more because like I was like all about like because I didn't graduate high school, and even though like I'm in college now, I'm in my name was sophomore, and I was like all about like and I used to just run puns and that. And then I got to a point where it was like the same shit. I got to the same shit where I was like this isn't really like the message that I want to like represent to people, like even kids. Like not the like obviously like hip hop R&B, the culture is about bitches, about drugs, about money, about cars, about like living the fast life type shit. But I really didn't want to like represent that fully, and everywhere like throughout my hometown, everywhere throughout my hometown, everybody calls me Ben Brown. No one calls me by my first name. Nobody. It's like if they're like, oh Ben, Ben, dude, like I got a fucking solid ass name. Like I might as well just run with it and just keep it as Ben Brown. And that switched it. I don't know, maybe about like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. And plus, most people knew me, and if I put my name on like a CD, a cheap CD or whatever, and handed them out at Fourth of July, um, it'd be like Ben Brown. People would know who the fuck it was. People would be like, oh, it's Ben. Social media handles are at it's Ben Brown, which is a pain in the ass because Ben Brown, and they're like, okay, Ben Brown, but yeah, so that's why, that's why. But I did have a name at some point, like I heard Pluto Han talking about it, and I thought like his answer was cool, about how like he's, you know what I mean? Like I thought that was like authentic and like, pretty dope. But I just, I wish I could say the same about myself, but I roll with Ben Brown and, like RIP, like Mac Miller. Obviously, that's not his real name, but even like Mac Miller, like the MM, the BB, Ben Brown, like shit like that. It just flows well. So big for it. Then it's one less thing that someone on Wikipedia has to find out about me, this name. So that's why I roll with it.
Yeah, I feel you. And like the social media ads, that's definitely a good idea because like I had to go through and try to get all mine the same. Like they're all the same now, I think, except for my Twitter. But yeah, it's just difficult trying to like manhandle like 5 different ads at somebody. Like, yeah, follow me on this one, and then it's different for this one, and it's different different for that one. But yeah, I feel you though. It's real authentic.
Right?
That's
Exactly.
like how I was using Street, which I recently, changed my name, but my actual last name is Street is the reason I had that in my name. And it's the reason why I call it Street Sound on my page. But yeah, that's lit. That's lit. So, what kind of
That's dope. I
shenanigans?
like that. I like that.
Yeah, I
Fuck with that.
appreciate that. What type of shenanigans you get into, Ben Brown? You seem like quite the party goer. You know what I'm saying? What you be getting up to?
Damn. I mean, hey, baby, turn the interview off. Turn the interview off. Anyways, no, I'm just I'm fucking around. Um, I I just do whatever's a good time. I do whatever's a good time. I don't really like, as I've gotten older, I don't really like club too much shit, but I do enjoy to like go out with my boys and shit. I do enjoy to go out with my boys and shit. Street, you gonna get me in trouble. But I like a nice long walk on the beach and then a relaxed Netflix. I really try to get into whatever. I try to get into whatever. I'm not crazy, like I'm not wild as fuck. Um, you know, I'm not like, but I get into whatever, and I feel like as I've gotten older, like friendship wise, you know what I mean? I try to, like today I went to the game with my girl, but I always try to like go to the fucking, games with my boys and shit, and just enjoy myself and spend time with friends and just laugh and have a good time. So whatever, dude, like seriously, whatever. Like I'll fucking do some young shit, like go karting and fucking fuck, or we could hit the club, like either way, but life's too short to be stingy on like what the fuck you're gonna do or stay inside all goddamn night. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like a lot of people don't know I have a 6-year-old daughter. Her name's Kinsley.
I didn't know that.
So I have her like half the time. Yeah, 3-4 days out of the week and shit. And she's like, everyone's like, and she'll thumbs up or thumbs down my shit. So sometimes I'll make a song, no bullshit, and I'll play it for her, and she'll just be like, she'll hit me with a thumbs down, and I'm like, scratch it then, like it's gone, you know. So yeah, like whatever, whatever's popping. Like you said, like the Mardi Gras float. Like as I've gotten older, like when I was younger, I've never been shy. I've always been outgoing, but I've always been like introverted in some ways. Like I hate fakeness. Like I hate like going to a spot and like meeting all these people and like fucking introducing yourself and all this fucking like fake blase blah. Like hi, I'm this person and you know what I mean? Like I hate that shit. Because it's like no one's authentic in that moment. It's like all it's all Betty Crock, for the first 2 months, 3 months. You don't even know who somebody is. It off because you're their value, they're doing the same. So like having my daughter there keeps shit authentic. And like I said earlier about having like, people in my crew that aren't yes men, they'll be like, yo, that shit's garbage, or, you need to change this or change that. And like I said, as I get older, just doing shit, just going out. And I used to be shy and be like, nah, I don't want to meet people. But now it's like, yo, we fucking getting a goddamn Mardi Gras float and we going in the home of Mardi Gras. No, we running that shit. And it's like, yeah, I bet I'm down, but back in the day I wouldn't be. So I feel like I've become like a lot more open and a lot more willing to just do random shit as I've gotten older. Sorry for the long-winded answer.
Oh no, you're fine. That's perfect, man. What I'm saying, we're here to get that insight on Ben Brown. So yeah.
My bad, bro.
All right.
I really appreciate you doing it, man. Bro, I really do.
No issue, man. No issue at all. Like I've been thinking lately, like the most helpful thing I could probably do is just do interviews, man. It's something that could be used in EPK. I'm gonna put it on YouTube and IG and all that. So I appreciate anybody that takes part in the interviews, man. And I would like to do follow-up interviews as time goes by. If the people I interview are still down, you included, man. Like to kind of follow people. But yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know how many more questions. I don't know how many more questions you have. I mean, I don't. I'll answer all your questions, but like maybe after another one or something, I'll go show you. I do want to show like where I record at and shit, just so people can see it and like I said, if they draw inspiration or whatever they do. But just kind of give people a feel of like you don't have to be a fucking millionaire to make decent music.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a good tip for everyone. So I guess my last question I'm gonna ask to lead up to this is gonna be, what I'm saying, you release such good quality music, what I'm saying, you can't put a price on lyrics or flow necessarily, but how much does the equipment you use to produce everything cost? What is the material cost of just actually recording something of the quality you record?
Like in total, well, shit. My mic is $60. I wouldn't include my mic stand, although, hey, the mic stand is like a fucking offensive lineman. It gets no love, but it does a lot of work. You know what I mean? Same with the pop filter. All right, no, it gets no love, but it does a lot of work. My mic is no bullshit, $59.99 on Amazon. I don't have an affiliate link. I wish I did, otherwise my rent would already be paid for this month. So $60 for my mic, and then I use a Focusrite. I use a Focusrite audio interface, and that's $100, $99.99. So $160 in total. I have a pretty basic computer. It's 5 years old, nothing crazy. And then an XLR cable. So $160. You know what I mean? Is really my total investment in music. And I've been rocking with that setup for a couple of years. And like I said, I mean, you can pretty much do like you can make. I watched a video one time on like a dude with like all these different mics, and then what he said was something that resonated with me, and he was just like, like don't ever stop yourself from making music just because you don't have the funds. Like if you have to literally go to Walmart and get an $8 Logitech fucking microphone and make music with that, then do that. And that's literally the first mic I ever recorded on that I posted was on my MySpace, and my headline was me and my $8 mic, and I literally had an $8 mic, and it sounded like an $8 mic. You know what I mean? But I was just trying to put content out and let people like feel my shit. So yeah, you don't have to have like a lot. Like I don't know what your setup is. I have a homeboy. His name's Caslo on SoundCloud. I follow him and shit, and he's just like getting into music and shit. So he's just kind of like learning the ropes and shit, and like, but he's starting to produce good music. But he has decent equipment. You know what I mean? He sounds really nice. Like he has a solid ass mic and shit. And I'm jealous, honestly. I want to fly to fucking Illinois and steal his microphone. But yeah, what do you use? Like, what do you use, bro? Because your shit sounds good too. You know what I mean? It's your shit sounds straight too. I don't know what kind of equipment you're. I want to get like a Shure SM7 or SM. I think it's called SM7B, like the one that Joe Rogan and all them boys use. That's the fucking mic I really want. But what do you use, dog?
I started off with a like this little $40 Amazon USB mic, man, and then I upgraded maybe over a year ago, not too much longer, over a year ago. Upgraded to the Focusrite set, the Scarlett Studio with the mic that comes with it, and what I'm saying, that's what I recorded like loose and everything off of. Just probably close to the same Focusrite you have. So I spent like $140 on the Focusrite set, and I do have like a headphone splitter and a Behringer Zenith. It's like 120 together, 130. But those were for the stream, not the recording. But those streaming mics with the arms and everything, they were like $30 on Amazon, and I recorded a lot of my concepts off this little mic. So like I just kind of interchange them and like.
RIP to anyone who didn't get to grow up with Amazon. That's all I know. Yeah. RIP to them, because Amazon is the shit.
Yeah, for real though, man. But yeah, it's definitely not expensive to get some quality. You just have to have, what I'm saying, a DAW and cough. I didn't pay for mine, but I do have one. But it's not hard. What I'm saying. I started on Audacity to learn and everything, so. I learned on the free shit and then upgraded, what I'm saying?
That's all that matters, man. I think, like, to anybody listening and, like, people that watch us afterwards and shit, like, that's all it is. It's like you can, not to get, like, way too, like, philosophical and shit, but it's like, bro, we're fucking human beings, dude. Like, there was motherfuckers back in the day that fucking created calculus, for fuck's sake, and they didn't have calculators. You know what I mean? Like, here we are in a world where we have all the resources at our fingertips. Like, if you want to learn another language, which music is another language, if you want to learn Spanish, French, German, whatever, you can do that too. But music is another language, man. Production is another fucking language. Having the ear for it is one thing, but being able to actually go in there and mix and master your shit, it takes time. Anything else, the language can do it. You can make your own music. Like what I told my boy Caslo, he's always sending me lyrics, like, and I'm like, dude, like, you just need to get a fucking microphone. Like, you need to get a setup. It doesn't matter if it's $60, $100, like, do whatever's in your means. But, like, you're over here sending me these fire-ass lyrics. Lay some shit down. Like, it's not like it's not like we live in a world where, it costs millions of dollars to lay your shit down. But at the same time, this is what I tell people, too. That's why our market, like, you talk about the talent in this group, in the groups, too. Street, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of shit in these fucking groups too because it's so fucking saturated. So as much as back in the day it was difficult to get discovered, if you were fire, you would get discovered. And a Panera Bread fucking audio interface can fucking put their music online. and a lot of it is ass. Like, I see you listen to music and review it, and you're a lot more humble than I am. I see you listen to music, and you're like, I'll give that like a 3, and I'm like, damn, Street, I would have gave that a 1. It's like you're a lot more humble than me. There's a lot of time to say, this is what I want to do, and I'm not perfect. I'm not, like I said, I'm not over here saying I'm fucking Scott Storch, but but you have to just like invest a little time. Like invest a little time. You don't have to invest a lot of money, man. And YouTube is free. There's so many free resources, like even plugins and shit, free plugins. There's all kinds of free shit that you can utilize. But there's a lot of garbage out here, and it saturates like in what we do. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I totally agree, man. It totally, what I'm saying, there's a lot of factors that go into the oversaturation too. Like, what I'm saying, like a good point. I don't want to get
And how they push music down your throat, and how like after a certain amount of times, you'll just believe to yourself that you like a song. It's just like you'll listen to a song on the radio, and you're like, well, I've heard that one 6,000 times. I've heard that one 3,000 times. I've heard that one 2,100 times, and you get to a point where you're like, bro, like I guess I'll just listen to this one, and then you end up liking it, or you end up like knowing the lyrics. But I don't know. But I'm gonna show you the setup though. I don't know if your shit crashed, but I'm gonna show. I want to show you the setup.
It's back up. We got you.
All right. I'm gonna show it to you real quick. Let me turn the light on. All right. Sorry, Facebook. All right. So this is my fucking setup right here. All right. Literally, this is where Ben Brown records music. That's my grandpa chair. That's my shit. This is my fucking studio. This is my studio. So like no one needs to say that it can't be done. Like I literally record right here. Like right in this fucking little baby ass corner with a $60 fucking Samsung mic charge. I mean, we just need to get on something together.
Oh yeah, that'd be too lit, man. Like I have to really come with it. I don't want to disgrace your legacy, none, because you got that heat. So I'm definitely gonna have to be bringing the A game.
Stop, dude. Like that's what I'm saying, dude. Like I feel like people like my music way more than I do. People like hype my shit up like it's so good, and it's I don't know. My homeboy said, put that mic closer to the corner of the wall and it might catch fire with all that heat you making. He's stupid. He's so stupid. But, yeah, facts though, bro. Hey, about to go down for a fucking arson charge, bro. I'm about to burn my whole house down. No. But yeah, dude. I don't know. This has been fun though, man. I really, like I said, I want to say like, on live and shit, on the interview, I want to say I appreciate this and I appreciate what you're doing. And for everybody, even if it gets 5, 6, 8, 10 views, like right now, that shit gets hundreds of views after the fact. So, what you're doing is positive, bro. What you're doing is really positive and really cool. And I feel like you've done a lot. Like you started with the music review and now you're trying to branch into something different while you're doing music as well. So it's cool, like what you're doing for the community and actually trying to like just put people on, you know what I mean? Just get people seen and let's talk to people and see who the fuck they are. Because at the end of the day, I mean, we make music and that's all you know me for. Is my 2 minutes and 20-second songs,
Exactly.
or a minute and 19-second fucking do it better song. But that's all you know me for. But then when we sit here and have a conversation, you're like, damn, you get insight into who I am and I get insight into who you are. And I think that shit's like really unique and what life's all about, man. And what the whole industry should really be about,
But yeah, man, I really appreciate that love, and what I'm saying, I'm definitely trying to do what I can to help everybody else out. But this wouldn't be nothing without you guys, like how I started on music review and everything. It wouldn't be nothing without the people that actually, what I'm saying, watched me and supported that from the beginning. So I appreciate everybody who's watching this now and will watch it in the future.
For sure.
But yeah, we're definitely gonna make something out of this, man. There's too much talent and too many heads in these groups I've been meeting that have been submitting me music to not have a foothold. If we all come together, man, we got it.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. Are you live?
Exactly.
But yeah, I don't want to hold you up all night or anything. I know you did want to hop off at a certain point, so are you still good, or you want to vibe for a bit, or how you want to go about it?
About what? About the shit? I mean, we can run it for a couple more minutes. I don't know if you have any more questions.
Not really. I feel like we pretty thoroughly covered, you know what I'm saying, all the topics. Is there anything you'd like to, you know what I'm saying, express to the audience right now?
Like I mean, like I said a couple times, like I said, I would say like, you know, if you want to make music, make it, but also be real with yourself. You know, like if you suck at fucking painting, you wouldn't paint every day. You know, if you suck at making music, then don't make it. You're not trying to be harsh, but like you know, and it doesn't mean you can't be a better painter. Doesn't mean you can't become a better artist. Doesn't mean you can't become a better musician. Doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. You know, like one of my big things is like everybody started from a guitarist, this great singer, this great beatboxer, this great DJ. They all started as a fucking with nothing. So like if you want to do it, but commit yourself to it at the same time. And if you're just at it, then just eat it. Like eat it, dude. Move on to something else. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. But like I said, you don't need $1 million to be a musician, especially not in today's day and age. So I would say to the audience, like number one, thank you for listening and supporting my music, which is like super surreal to me when like, you know, the other night, a couple nights ago, like, you know, a couple weeks ago, I just jump in your stream out of nowhere and you're playing my song. Like I wasn't in there. I didn't submit like nothing. You know, it's like you actually fuck with my music, and that's like a really surreal feeling. So like, thank you to everybody that does fuck with my music. That shit is motivation for sure. And that's just such a unique feeling when like people know your lyrics or fuck with your songs. Um, it's really unique. It really is. And like I said, secondly, just if you want to make music, make it. If you want to do something, do it. You know, not no philosophical bullshit. You know, I'm not gonna smoke weed like Elon Musk and tell you to do this or do that, or the AI is gonna fucking ruin the world. But just do what the fuck you want to do, man. Life is fucking too short. You know, life's too fucking short to just be petty and not fucking do what the fuck you want to do. So if you want to make music, make it. But if it's trash, then work on it. I guess that's really ultimately what I want to say, more than anything else. And obviously, lastly, I already said it, but I just want to thank you too. I just want to say thank you for asking me to do this and putting me on, especially like this is your third fucking interview, which is dope. You know what I mean? That's dope that you asked me to do this shit. So I just want to say thank you to you also for doing this for me and like putting me out there and exposing me and just having the opportunity to actually meet you. Through a different kind of avenue than just through the comment section of Facebook. So it's a cool thing that we have the ability to do this. So I'm real appreciative of that as well.
Oh yeah, it's all love, man. It's all love here. But I do think that's some real good advice to all give people. You know what I'm saying? You just got to do it, man. And if you can't do it, you got to stick with it till you get better. And if you're not willing to stick with it, you got to give it up. I mean, it's not for you, so it just is what it is, man. But yeah, man, I really appreciate
Sure.
like you coming out on the
But
stream
but
too.
yeah, hit me up offline, bro.
Oh yeah, most definitely. But yeah, I really appreciate you coming on the stream too, man.
Oh yeah,
Showing
and
love.
we need to collab.
Oh hell yeah, most definitely. That's gonna be
No,
the heat.
no doubt. This shit was dope, man. This shit was dope as fuck. So if you're an artist and you're trying to get some fucking exposure, man, hop on that light water, man. That's the only promo I can give, man. Hop on that light water. This shit is dope. This is cool. Like I don't give a damn if you got 10 plays, 100 plays, 1,000 plays. It feels unique. It feels genuine. It feels authentic. So like, take advantage of some shit like this because who knows? Your next interview might be with this person, this person, this person, and that person might end up on the fucking Breakfast Club. You never know. And guess what? They started from the fucking like water, page. So it's like there's a lot of like possibility and shit like this. So it's pretty dope, man. It's pretty dope. But you need to hit me up offline though, dude. We need to have a feature for sure. I'll bust down for you, bro. You can we'll celebrate that Mardi Gras all the way. It's supposed to fucking go down in the original home of Mardi Gras.
Hell yeah.
But don't get me in trouble, street.
Nah, we gonna stay out of trouble, but we gonna blow the city up. Hell yeah. But yeah, man. I think this has been a wonderful interview. I'd like to go ahead and play a couple of your tracks in the outro. If you want, we can chop it up a little bit after I shut it down. What couple of songs do you want me to close it out on?
Whatever, man. Whatever. Like I said, I mean, Do It Better is my newest. So I mean, if you want to drop Do It Better, and like I said, Stranger is my favorite. So if you want to play Stranger, those are like my two favorite songs. I cringed at some of my other songs, but people say they like them. But you can play whatever, man. Whatever you like. You know, you can throw a little gravity in there, a little whatever, man. It's totally up to you. You know what I mean? It's really it's totally up to you. But yeah, send me a message after the show, bro. Send me a message after the show, and I'll still be in here too. So.
All right, bed, man. I'm gonna go ahead and line these up real quick, and then I'll shut it down. I'll definitely hit you up though, man.
All right, bro. Thank you again for this, man.
Oh, no problem, man. Try to take it easy.
Stay up. Stay up. Bye, everybody. Deuce. Show was fun. Stay up, street.
Bet. So yeah, this has been the Ben Brown interview. With your boy Less Than on Like Water. I'm about to play some of these tracks as we close out. Appreciate everybody tuning in and showing love tonight. Let's get it. Like Water. Team Aqua.
My nigga, you get on the beat, yeah.
Now you treat me like a stranger. Like you don't even know my name. No, no. Like you don't even know my name. No. Like you don't even feel no way. No. Now you treat me like a stranger. Yeah. Now you treat me like a stranger. I thought you was my day one. Yeah. Never loved me at the bottom. Yeah. But now you love me that I'm way up. Way up. And you don't like that. I made myself right. And now I'm right back. And all the days that I was right there. And now I hit you up and you were never right back. Always trying to shade me. Always trying to play me. Always trying to expose me for the way that you would always try to make me feel the way. Yeah. I give it no play. I give it no play. Yeah. I'm glad that I focus on myself. I'm glad that I focus on myself. You're the one that needed help. Now you treat me like a stranger. Like you don't even know my name. No, no. Like you don't even know my name. No. Like you don't even feel no way. No, no. Now you treat me like a stranger.
What's good with you, bro? Come kick it in the studio, man. We laying one down right now. Tell me what you think. Let's go.
Look me in my eyes, tell me who can do it better. Tell me who can do it better. Flip you on your side, tell me who can do it better. Tell me who can do it better. Let me change your life. Tell me who can do it better. Tell me who can do it better. Look me in my eyes, tell me who can do it better. Tell me who can do it better, yeah. Let me look up in your eyes one time. You a dime, let me slide, feel right, yeah. Say my name when I get it from behind. Screaming out, cause I know it's what you like, yeah. Hit the house, cause we going overtime. On the couch, on the bed, outside, yeah. Mix a little liquor with the lime.
Petrovsky is cooking
Look
up
me in
love.
my eyes, tell me who can do it better. Tell me who can do it better. Flip you on your side, tell me who can do it better. Tell me who can do it better. Let me change your life. Tell me who can get you wetter. Tell me who can get you wetter. Look me in my eyes, tell me who can get you wetter. Tell me who can get you wetter, yeah.
it back when we rock the tightest fitteds. I'm getting down so spiffy, y'all don't know what the fuck y'all missing. We gotta live it terrific, product of my fucking city. I'm hot, but y'all be tripping. I'm smart, although I'm fucking tipsy.